Welcome to the On the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Ray Dunmire, Oscar Rendon, and Tim Ross.
Welcome, everybody, to the On the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. We are back with a brand new episode. It's been a while, but we got to come back with a bang. We got to come back with a megastar. And who better than Everett Connors? Everett, thank you for coming back to the show. This is actually the first time we've had you on the podcast, so welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
What he said.
Yeah. So, I mean, the last time we talked to you, it's been about a year. You've done a lot of things in wrestling in St. Louis and outside of St. Louis, but can you kind of like recap the last year that's kind of been like this like career for you that's kind of gone up a bit? Like you've kind of grown and you've kind of taken steps towards what's the word? I guess
Stardom.
Stardom, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's been a lot. The Young Lions Cup, that was big. Glory Pro stuff was big. The match with David Starr at Glory Pro helped me out a lot. NWL helped me out a lot. And then doing the pop star gimmick for NWL, which is probably my favorite thing that I'm doing. Man, I'm trying to think of what else. I don't have a great memory, so I think that's the main things that I remember, or that I like to remember, is Young Lions Cup, Glory Pro stuff, especially with David Starr, because that match kind of shot me up, and then the NWL stuff, and PWCS, because I really like it there. Hi, Greg.
Really love it. And, I mean, so the pop star stuff that you've been doing with NWL, it's kind of, you're taking it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
From last time it was the True Believer. It was almost like a parody of Justin Bieber. To now, you're like, you're an actual, like, full-fledged pop star.
Yeah, I was doing like it was more like a big Bieber fan is what it was, because I didn't really know what it was going to be. So I carried out a Bieber standee, and I saw stuff that like kind of copied his outfit. So I was like, all right, I'll wear that. And then everyone kind of just took to it. And then the pop star stuff with NWL, which Pierre helped me out a lot. It's weird. Well, I see stuff online like Urban Outfitters and like Route 21, just a lot of douchey stores. Like I like those outfits and I would wear those in real life, but I'm not a big enough douchebag to wear them in real life. But at a wrestling show, like those shoes, those orange shoes I have, and those white overalls, I would never wear them out, but there I can. And those goggles, yeah. So like taking it up a notch from the Bieber thing has really helped me, and character-wise has helped me out a lot.
I feel like he secretly walks around his house in that outfit just because he likes it that much.
Yeah, there's no secret.
It's not a secret. It actually happens.
I take pictures of it of myself. And that black romper I wore, I wear that. It just exposes too much, so I can't wear it out.
So, with Glory Pro and your match with David Starr and all of the stuff that you've been doing there, you know, winning the tag team championships, like what's next for you there?
I mean, teaming up with DJ-Z and like just seeing where that goes. I really like DJ-Z. I mean, he's one of the best in the world, in my opinion. I look up to him because when St. Louis Anarchy was around, he was my first big match, like first big name. Mm-hmm. And so going into that, I was so nervous, but he was so cool. He calmed me down and then had the match. I talked to him afterwards, and I really took a liking to him. He was really nice. He still is really nice, but he's super good. and I'm so excited to tag with him. I mean, I couldn't have picked anyone better. So I'm really excited to see where we go with that.
Yeah, and whenever they announced DJZ as your surprise tag partner, like, what was like, what was the feeling whenever like you kind of walked out and the crowd finally got to know that it was DJ?
So when I walked out, got booed. Not gonna get into it, but I got booed, and that kind of like shot to the heart. I was like, oh God. And then when DJZ came out, they went nuts. And so, like, having him there calmed me down, because I know I can trust him. And, like, as good as he is, I'm happy to have him. And but having him finally to be able to like, have the fans see that was really cool. I don't think anyone was expecting him. So that was really cool. And we got Anthony Henry and James Drake at the next show, so that's going to be really fun. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, and I mean, so far, like we didn't touch much on it last time when we talked to you, but like what are your interests like outside of wrestling? Like we know,
Yeah.
we know your music taste.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So like, I'm actually glad. So like, I stopped traveling kind of with wrestling because I was thinking about quitting just because wrestling takes up so much of my time, like so much. So I kind of just stopped traveling, kind of just doing NWL, PWCS, and Glory Pro. But like I'm focused on NWL and PWCS. Just because like there is other stuff I want to do. Like I've wanted to act. Like I've looked up where to go for acting. This is kind of me just bragging. I want to model just because I think I look good. But my grandma says I can model, so she wouldn't lie to me. So, but yeah, like acting, modeling. I enjoy snowboarding, playing football. Actually broke my finger or jammed it last night pretty bad, so that hurts. But I mean, I would say like acting and modeling is something that I really want to pursue outside of wrestling.
And just to go back a little bit, but like what? So you kind of gave the explanation like you wanted to quit.
Mm-hmm.
Was there like anything else to it, or was it just like it was so much like time consuming? And
It's so time consuming. That's it. Like I go from work, which I don't have any time on the weekdays, and then on the weekends I'm traveling or I'm doing a show, and that's just so much time. And then once the weekdays come around, it's just a whole, just starting the process over. And it's just like, it got to me, like I've been thinking about it, but I never really pulled the trigger. And so like I kind of took less dates. And then when I had free weekends, I was hanging out with friends. I got to see some friends I hadn't. And so it was just, the time consumption that it took was just, it was awful. Just every weekend, I never got to do anything.
So, speaking of acting, going forward a little bit again, is there like a specific style of acting that you want to do, like more comedic, more drama?
No, I just want to get into it, like just anything. I like also, except horror. Like horror, like I don't do horror films. I don't. Like I remember seeing one movie. I can't remember what it was, but in the movie theaters, and never again. I will never watch another horror film. Never.
I couldn't put myself in that. I think it would be too real to me to act it, and I just,
I'm
the same way.
Yeah, no, I will not do that.
So,
bunch of pussies.
I mean.
No, man, fuck you, dog. Look, bro.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, bro.
I've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen it. It's not that scary.
Oh, really?
No.
I'm not gonna do it though. I'm not to. I've seen like clips of like the dude talking, of the clown talking, and it scares me.
There are parts of it that like it'll scare you, but it's not like the whole movie isn't like scare. It's like scare, funny joke,
Yeah.
some serious shit, funny
Yeah.
joke, and then scare.
Can't do it.
See,
Can't
I'm
do it.
more of like a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather laugh, not be
Yeah.
scared.
I mean, yeah, we all got different tastes. It's not, but and I guess who do you look up to in acting? Like, who's someone that you kind of like if I had to like look up to someone or emulate someone, who would it be? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, that's a boy, bro. Man, he's the homie. Man, he's great. He's great. I like James Franco. Let's see who else. I like Seth Rogen, Will Ferrell.
A lot of comedy guys.
A lot of
A lot of,
comedy guys.
yeah, see,
Starting to notice.
no horror film stars.
No.
See, I think he wants to do comedy. He doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
We're bringing that up.
Yeah, I mean, probably. You put me in anything, I'll rock it though. Pretty confident in myself. But it's probably just comedy. I'll
Yeah.
probably just try comedy.
And I mean, so modeling now. Like,
Yes.
I mean, I understand for your character, like
Mhm.
for the pop star character, and then to be all. Is that always something you kind of thought about, or is it once you started doing the wrestling and once you started kind of thinking of characters, you're like,
So, I think, like, I was never really confident in myself in high school because from like freshman year to like junior year, I was like 4'11", 100 pounds soaking wet. So like I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't like no girl. I wouldn't talk to a girl. If like they came up to me, I would punch them in the throat. I would get so scared. I would get so scared and so nervous. I would just sweat. So I wouldn't know what to do. I was awkward. And then like senior year came around and I kind of hit a growth spurt until like 5'11", whatever I am. I'm sorry, can I cuss?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So like, I grew up to like 5'11", and then I started talking to people, and then like wrestling just brought up a whole new, like, I have so much confidence because of wrestling. And then my grandma telling me I could model, I was like, okay, she wouldn't lie to me. So I was like, maybe I'll try it, but I think it was just like I needed to find confidence in myself that I didn't have, and like getting into wrestling that kind of brought it out of me. Like I can talk to people now. I used to be really weird. I mean, I kind of am, but
The artistic ones are always weird, a little weird.
I'm not artistic.
Yeah.
Like
A little, you say you want to be an actor, that's an art. That's
yeah,
an
I
art.
get yeah.
Wrestling, that's an art.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta be a little weird.
That's true. That's true.
I've never met a regular, normal person in wrestling.
That's man. Phil.
I second that.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
true statement.
yeah. Well, thanks for making me feel like a weirdo. But like, yeah, I think it just like getting into wrestling and finding like a confidence in myself like made me want to pursue other stuff.
Oh, just like that. Okay.
Yeah. Gotta take turns.
I know. Caught me off guard though. So let's kind of go back to like training for wrestling, and it is very time consuming. Like some of these guys,
Yeah, and I don't even
Or in
work
the
out.
gym
So
every day.
yeah, and I don't even work out. So imagine them just every day they're in there cranking.
Yeah,
Weights.
I couldn't do that.
No, man, I
Not
like
every
Mountain
day.
Dew and pizza too much.
So, what was your training experience from like when you started to now, as far as just like the in-ring training, not necessarily the gym side of it, but like
Yeah, I never have any gym side, so that's okay. In ring, so I started at Broadway, and I'm excited to tell this. I started at Broadway, and I enjoyed Broadway a little bit. I enjoyed it. Like there were some people there that I enjoyed, but the training aspect of it was just awful. It was so bad. All we did was like 3 bump drills. Like we would just bump. That was it. And like you gotta bump and pitties or whatever. But like I would just bump. And then there's this like crackhead who used to like show up to the gym. We would have to pay gym dues. and like the gym dudes turned out to be like for haircuts for him and like paying his bill. Yeah, he's a crackhead. So I was just giving him $5 for him to get haircuts. I was paying his phone bill. I bought him new shoes. But doing that, like I miss some of the guys from Broadway, like Jamal Swag. I think he's hilarious. Demarius Jones, I miss him. Deacon Cash is cool. And then like meeting, the only good thing Broadway brought me was meeting Gary J, Evangelistico, and Pierre. Like it's because of that place that I met them. So I kind of trained with Gary there and Evan. They would show up on Wednesdays. I wouldn't show up on the regular days for training down there. I would just show up when they went down there because I learned a lot more from them. And then when Elgin came, actually I'm not going to talk about that. It was I started with Elgin, and then learning from him was really cool just because he taught so much, and it was broad, like he taught me in a different style than who I previously learned from.
I've had the opportunity to be down there when he's down at the training center, and,
Yeah.
and his mind for the business.
It's different. It's
and
completely
he has that, like, teaching is not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Yeah.
But he has that, like, because everybody learns differently.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Totally.
And that goes for anything. So for him to pick out, like, this is how you learn, this is how you learn, and then train that way, like, he has a mind for the business.
Yeah, and like I did that, like when I trained with at Broadway, like everyone, they're like everyone learned the same at the same speed, and like there were people who weren't catching on, but we were and we were still moving on. And I remember like one time at Broadway, like we were learning some like arm drag. Like, someone couldn't even bump, but they were doing arm drags, and it just wasn't good. But, like, having Gary there, Gary J and Evan, that helped a lot, too. But, yeah, so from Broadway to Elgin, and then, but I would say, like, I learned a lot from Gary J and Evan and Pierre. Like, if it weren't for them, I'd be in trouble.
And speaking of kind of just having like a creative mind and how, like, for you, talking about like your confidence, how did you come up with like the characters that you've come up with so far? I mean, you kind of have to be a little confident in that you can pull something like that off. So
like the Bieber thing, I'm a legit Bieber fan. Like I like him, I like his music. And like I like the way he dresses, and so I was just trying to find something different. And then I had help from a few people who were like, "Well, why don't you just do this instead?" Because I can't do anything. I'm not a badass, so I can't do a badass gimmick or whatever. I like pop star shit. I like dressing weird. I like douchey things, and so like. Bieber at the time was a huge douche, so I was like, well, I'll just do something with him. And then I saw my sister had a cutout, or I remember she did, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll just come out with it. And then it kind of just caught on from there. And then the pop star thing, Pierre Abernathy, just like he kind of helped me out with some of the stuff. Evan helped me out with some of the stuff, and Gary, like there were quite a few people, and we just kind of like just threw everything together. And Pierre's idea, it was actually Pierre's idea to come up with the song. So but I try and turn it up to like a 20, just to like try and turn it up as loud as it can be. And I mean, the NWL pop star is my favorite thing. I love it. I love it so much.
And I mean, let's, I guess, talk about like the elephant in the room, which is like NWL when it first started, it had a trouble, gaining momentum.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what do you? Because you're a part of this. Like you're a part of it now, where people are starting to tune in more and are starting to enjoy the characters. What do you think was like the moment where things started to shift in NWL's favor to where like right now, like I would say if it wasn't always in Kansas City, I would go to the show.
Yeah.
Because they announced some pretty good matches, but you kind of go there for the characters as well. So like, what did you think was when NWO kind of turned it around?
I think when they announced the St. Louis Anarchy thing, like it was like turning back into like anarchy or whatever. But I think Fitchett and Vega talked about this too when they were on. Like, I don't think anyone really gave it a chance when it was when it first started because of like the name switches. And I remember Fitchett saying like they do that in NXT, and I agree with that. Like, I don't think anyone really gave it a chance after the first show. And but I think what turned it around was everyone kind of getting their names back, and then the Anarchy thing, just because so many people were used to the St. Louis Anarchy and they missed it, so they saw that and they were like, well, this is going to be exactly what it used to be. But Pierre, he's doing an insane job with it, and he's killing it. Him, Chris, everyone there.
I would even take it a step further, and I think that in the beginning, like the first form of it, there were certain people that were a part of it that weren't good for it.
Yeah.
And we've talked about when we had the radio show, we invited NWL, and the conversation that we had, it was I think like an hour long.
Wasn't it an hour long?
Yeah, it was a long conversation. And out of that hour-long conversation, 10 minutes was NWO related.
Oh, wow.
Like, we kept trying to segue back.
Yeah.
And it just, like, the guy that was there, I don't even remember his name. I don't think he's involved with NWO anymore, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But it was, it was all, like, old-school wrestling, and not saying that that's not cool to talk about.
No, yeah.
Because I enjoy it. But when we're trying to introduce something to the area and NWO was brand new at the time. So if you don't know what it was, hey, come listen to the show and find out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that. I was just like, we were sitting there like,
can we cut it off? Like, can we just like hang out?
You can go, man.
Are you trying to tell me Jerry Lawler is going to come to NWL? Like, what's going on here? So, but, and I think they kind of learned from that. The name changes, like, at first.
I think it took a lot of people by surprise.
At first, I was like, okay, that's kind of stupid, but it's still the same person.
Yeah. I mean,
you're not going to work any different because your name's different.
Yeah. I mean, like,
so.
I when I first got Skylar Beckett, and like I did like a few shows, I was like, this is fucking awful. I hate this. And then like Pierre, again, like I'm sucking Pierre's dick so much. Pierre, like just him like talking with everyone and like just telling us like just stick with it. You're gonna want to stick with it. I promise you, just stick with it. And then getting paired up with Buddy. Like, Buddy's a fucking great character.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Buddy's a great character. Evan's fantastic.
Yeah.
Getting paired up with him made it so much fun. But yeah, like, I think some of the people that were involved with it that are gone, obviously, is for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would second that, But, I mean, for you now, kind of like, just, I mean, it's strange talking to you, like, it's like oh, you've, I'm trying to, it's funny in my head, I'm trying to think of the exact word to say.
I mean, I don't think it's strange talking to him.
I don't think it's strange talking
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Thanks for not making me feel weird.
No,
I went straight out the window.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like when I talk to you, I feel like it's like I'm always like talking about like all the stuff you've accomplished because you have done a lot. I mean, like one of the funniest things and one of like the coolest things I saw was when they announced, I don't know where, was it Black Label? Maybe, I can't remember, but you were in a match with Sandman.
Yeah, Black Label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's a great place too. Black Label on the promoter there, Mikey is fantastic. Yeah, that was cool getting in there with Sandman. That was sweet. That was something I never thought would happen.
Yeah.
Is Tommy Dreamer gonna happen? Like
I don't.
Was that the?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. Especially because if I'm not traveling, like, I don't think.
Yeah.
I got to wrestle C.W. Anderson though.
That was
He
cool.
is badass. Oh man,
Yeah,
C.W.
he's cool.
Anderson is a man. He is fantastic. He's great.
And I mean, like we keep saying, like you've had these matches with notable names, and like who is someone that you haven't worked with that you kind of like if you said, you know what, like here's all the money, like and you could set up your whole entire year, like who would be like your top 5 of people you'd want to get in the ring with?
Top 5. That's a good question. Well, one is in WWE, and that's Johnny Gargano. He was my number 1. Mike Quackenbush would be one, just because the Chikara stuff and meeting him, he's a great guy. So him. Let's see, who else? Alex Shelley. I don't think about this. I don't know.
You're never like backstage and you see someone that's on the show that you're not working. You're like, you know what? I think we could do some pretty good shit.
Like being at Black Label and like seeing Darby Allin, I think like he would be really fun because he's great. Dasher Hatfield, he's also on there. I really want to wrestle Dasher Hatfield. He's for sure on there. One more. Let's see. And there was one that I really wanted to. There was someone who I wanted to work with, but like Zach Sawyers. Like when he left, I was kind of disappointed because I thought he was great. Like I never got to work with him, at least in a singles match. So those would probably be. It was Mike Quackenbush, Shelley, Darby Allin, Dasher Hatfield, and Zach Sawyers. There's 5.
5.
Sorry it took so long.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I mean, Johnny Gargano was in there, so you got
Yeah,
6.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
People are leaving that place left and right sometimes.
I'll get signed. I don't know. Maybe I'll get signed. And then I'll just get the match and then I quit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Boom.
Bam.
I mean, I feel like if no one's watching the pop star stuff, you're missing out. Like, that's a lot of so that's a lot of fun just watching you. Because you say you turn it up to 20, and the romper thing, and the dancing.
The romper thing, I got like. I wish I could wear it more, but it just exposes so much. Like.
Is it leather? Like.
It's like it's like a pleather.
Leather. So when it gets hot, like, do you feel like it get tighter and shit when you're sweating?
It's already tight. I don't feel it getting tighter, but like, again, I'm talking a lot about my downstairs apartment, but like it's so tight down there, and it shows so much. Shows so much. Like it's a great outfit. If I would have got a size bigger, but it is really tight, and like I thought I was gonna rip it at first because like when I tried it on at home and walked around, I was like, all right, and then like I tried to take it off, and it was like Chris Farley and David Spade back when whatever guys go, but yeah, it was like that.
Dude, I mean, honestly, like, and I said it the first time we talked, is like, sometimes I don't even really pay attention to the wrestling. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just because everyone is like their styles, and I think we had this conversation outside the lobby, but like everyone is just so similar
Yeah.
that you wanna look for someone that's like that will stand out,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never been like I've never hit this like I was like I've always been like Everett Connors is like one of the guys that stands out to me, not because of his wrestling, even though you're a great wrestler.
Thank you, man.
But like it's just like you're entertaining. Like I want to go out and be entertained. Like and if you do some cool flippy shit, cool too. But I like the last what was the PWCS show where you had a match with Parnell and you had your standout and just you reacting to the standing of Justin Bieber getting super kicked. Like that was more entertaining than some matches I've watched where like match after match.
Like a year ago. Too.
That was like 2
Yeah,
years
that was
ago.
a
About 2 years ago.
That was a while back.
You see, like it stuck with me.
You said the last
And I-
PWCS, I'm like,
Exactly, the last yeah. So it
That's
stuck with
awesome.
me, but it stuck with me, and like I can't think of like other matches of people where like I was like, oh wow, that was a great match because it's the same stuff. Like the only match I can think about is the Fitchett Vega versus Penta and Phoenix match where that was like
Yeah, that was an insane
like
match.
that was an insane match where like that stood out for me.
Mhm. And like I had this conversation with Stevie Fierce at Glory Pro, and like he's another guy who's fantastic because he does that. Like he turns, like he does. His gimmick is like he is this aesthetically pleasing guy, and like he turns it up, and it's amazing. Stevie's a fantastic person, and like I was just talking to him about it. It's like everyone does the same stuff. Like everyone tries to be a badass, and everyone like tries to do fucking amazing shit and like over the top shit. But like gimmicks are fun. Like I don't want to go out there and kill myself all the time. Like I don't want to bump all the time and fucking land on my head. I'd rather go out there and do just funny shit and entertain the people, and it's entertaining me too. Like I'm having a blast out there doing the pop star stuff, and I'm not having to bump. So like that's a plus too.
Yeah.
career longevity.
Yeah, you just found out the secret.
Yeah.
Just do the thing you've been doing the entire time, and you won't ever have to bump as much.
Exactly.
The only time you ever have to bump is whenever you get out of the ring. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And like having like Rashid Ali, who like he's great too. Having him by my side, and like he's awesome. What he does is fantastic. He's willing to do most of the shit too. So like I'm really happy like to have him at NWL. I think he's great. So like yeah, like just having the pop star like turned up it's so much better. Because more people like the concert. That was fantastic. I love that thing.
now, here's a question I have to ask, because I've been watching a lot of your backstage stuff you do for NWL, but catch these hands. who did it first? Was it you or Brock?
No, it was me. It was me.
you?
It was me. It was me because, and this is why, because I did it way. I did it like when Resurgence was around and stuff. I was doing it way before then. So
You beat Braun to the punch.
yeah.
So technically, Braun's the one that's catching the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braun's catching these hands.
Yeah.
My favorite was the I'm on tour. Every time I'm like,
Yeah. How did you come up with like
That was Dak Draper's.
Yeah?
That was Dak. Dak said you should pronounce it as tour. Like when you say you're on tour, like every time you should like say like tour or like say tour like less and less to where you just say tour. So that was Dak's idea.
that was great.
Yeah, that was really
That was
funny.
great.
But yeah, I mean that's the shit that entertains me like all the time is someone who obviously cares what they're doing with their character, and that I don't know, like I don't see that a lot these days, and it's I think that's the one thing I appreciate about NWL the most is that they're trying to do that with characters, and other companies are doing that as well, but it's it's refreshing to just kind of have a show character base with people that,
Yeah.
you have great wrestling, obviously.
Yeah, and PWCS does a great job
Yeah.
with it too. Both do a great job.
It's all about having that one thing that sets you different from everything else.
Exactly.
Because
yeah.
essentially, pro wrestling is pro wrestling. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, there have been how many gimmicks? So like, you're bound to repeat stuff. You just gotta like try and overdo it as best as you can.
Yeah. And try to give your opinion on stuff like, for like, again, like we had this conversation out in the lobby, but like for you, what do you think? Because obviously wrestling is important, but like for character stuff, like what like if someone came to you and they asked for your advice, like what kind of advice would you give them? Would it be more of like focus on character or wrestling, or is it like how would you go and give advice to someone?
I would say character is really important because like I tried to focus on wrestling, and I'm small though. I'm like the average guy. I don't work out or anything. So like, if you're like me, you want to do character to set yourself apart. But like, I enjoy doing the character stuff. I think it's so much fun. It does set you apart from everyone. Like wrestling sure is important, but I was also told like, the way you look in promos are more important than wrestling. So like, I would focus more on character if anything. Just try and find something that you enjoy, and just go with that and see if you can create something with that. But I mean, I didn't create all this by myself. It was Submission Squad guys. They helped me out a lot with this stuff, so I owe them big thanks.
Oh, we got a humble over it.
I'm a humble guy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm humble. I'm humble.
Humble, keeping it humble.
I keep it 100 and humble. I'm humble.
And I mean, I lost my train of thought. I had a really great question. It was gonna change everything. Oh my God, Ray, take it away while I think of this question that I had in my mind.
Do you remember the first time you saw Ever Counters?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Pink trunks.
Yeah, those were dope. I fucking love those.
And you had a polo on when you came out.
Yeah, I had
So-
pink trunks, which I gave Danny, and Danny ruined them, so fuck you, Danny. And then, I had the polo. I said I was from San Jose, California. And,
Why San Jose?
I don't know, because
you're right with California.
Yeah, like, I don't know why.
San Jose.
I think it's because, like, I did some fucking neck breaker thing, and, like, someone said, you should call it, like, a San Jose something. I was like, okay, well, I'll say I'm from San Jose, too. So that's why.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. It's funny to see, like, the evolution from that to now. And I feel like, it's the same, essentially, but, like, just focused on your character and a little bit different of a character, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a different version.
Yeah.
It's like, who is this kid?
The pink trunks and the polo. I still have the polo. I still fit it too.
Is it the same polo that you have in that one picture for NWO where your hands up like this and like?
No, that's a different polo.
That's a different polo?
That's a nicer polo. They gave me that polo. That's a much nicer polo. This polo was like the polo I had with pink trunks. I got from like Target for like $17 or something. And
$17 down the drain.
exactly. Well, I still wear it, so
You still got it.
on nice events, I break it out.
Break it out.
Yeah.
OG Everett. Yeah. And I mean, so we never really talk about like you breaking in, but like talk about like your first match. Like everyone has their like horror stories on like
I enjoyed my first match.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah,
it was the first.
It was with Baracus, and I enjoyed it because Baracus, he's great too, and he took care of me. And like I was nervous, obviously. I was like, I don't know if I could do this. And I remember like standing in the stairwell and like I went up. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And then I was like, if I leave, no one will know. I'll be okay. I'll just say I got something to do. But like going out there, I remember I said like, come on, and that was it. That was my only fire. And then, but like the match, it was like 4 minutes. He just beat the hell out of me. But it was fun. Like for what it was, I enjoyed it. I didn't mind it at all.
And what's been like your favorite, like, we always try to ask, like, because you've been on the road, obviously. So, like, what's kind of like a good road story that kind of stands out? Something that, because we've got our own road stories, like ours, I don't know, we've got several. We'll talk about them later, but like, what's one for you that's kind of like, it sounds super, like, out there?
Oh, man. I'm trying to think. I remember one, like when Austin Blackburn was wrestling, which I miss him. We were going to some show. I can't remember who we were with, but I just remember him pissing someone off, whoever was in the car, and like they made him wear pink trunks, like in the gas station. He had to go change in the gas station, and he had to come outside in just dress shoes, dress socks, and like these pink worker trunks. And then he had to show up to the show and introduce himself wearing just the dress shoes, dress socks, and pink worker trunks. And so I remember that. That's the only thing that really sticks out to me. Can't remember who that was with, though. Sorry, yeah, I can't remember.
Can't remember? That's all right. I mean, that's a pretty good story.
Yeah,
I would never want to do that.
No, yeah, no.
Especially with dress shoes and dress socks. Like,
yeah, he looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he had fun with it, so I didn't think he minded. So it was funny.
Kind of enjoyed it.
And, yeah. And so now what's like, you want to focus on acting, modeling, while still doing NWL, going pro, PWCS. What's kind of like, what's the next move? Like, what's 2018 is still pretty early. Like,
yeah.
What's kind of like your goals that you want to set for this year that you kind of want to hit?
Like, my big goal is I want to move to California, or Los Angeles is where I want to live. So, like, I would say just at least getting out there, just getting to Los Angeles. I don't think I really have, the only goals, like, with wrestling are just, like, continue to do stuff with NWL and PWCS. Kind of, like, have the pop star gimmick blow up more. But, like, for me, I'd say just at least do some sort of acting. At least one modeling gig. Just one. That's all I need, just one.
Hey, all I need is a backdrop and a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
He has a camera.
Alright, well then that's my one.
I don't have a backdrop, but
We can find one.
We'll find one.
Yeah.
We can.
We'll use this nice wallpaper.
That's perfect.
It'll match your eyes or something.
Thanks, man. I do compliment on my eyes. I appreciate that, man. Now you got me blushing.
But it only takes one good modeling gig to get you into acting. I mean,
Exactly.
Look at Tom Welling. He was a model, and then he went on to play fucking Superman in Smallville.
There you go.
Boom.
I did not know that, but
Did not
now
know that?
I know that.
Well,
Now,
yeah.
That's all I'm going to shoot for.
You gotta shoot. You gotta be cast as like the next Superman. I can see you as a villain on The Flash right now.
Perfect. I love villains, so that's awesome.
See, I'm like, get me on the CW. I'll cast you.
Thank you, man. You know what? I'm going to tweet them right now.
Be like, hey, at The Flash. I think it's at The Flash CW. Be like, hey, how would you like to have the pop star? That'd be nice. I haven't seen that. That'd be a nice thing on the show.
Man, I like with the pop star stuff too. I hit like so many people up, so like it's bound to happen with someone. Like I wanted to do, like I wanted to sing my song at like a Blues game during like intermission. I was told I couldn't do that, But like, I got like some bar stuff coming up. Like I'm gonna sing the song at bars.
Oh God! You
I
gotta let
remember-
us know.
I
when-
remember-
legitimately on tour.
I remember
No, it's not on tour. It's on tour.
Yeah.
on tour.
I tell you.
I remember Justin Bieber. I watched a documentary of his. Like he would sing on the sidewalk, like with a guitar, and like he'd have the guitar case open. Like people would give him money, and he would just sing. I was like, I'm gonna do that. I'll do that like at a Cardinals game or something. I was thinking of, like doing poetry, like a poetry slam, but just having it be my song, and then just
Just slow it down a bit.
yeah. And then like I'm sure I'll just meet like some people there, like just make connections that way.
Yeah.
But that's the goal for that.
Dude, that's awesome. You got me excited. Like I was like, shit. Now I need to find these bars where you're gonna be at.
I
Yeah.
think a lot. I think most of them are in Kansas City,
Of course.
because Rashid Ali is doing most of the work. He's the man, so he's doing most of the work of just trying to find this stuff. And Pierre's also he's looking, and so it was their idea, but like I'm just trying to find. We're trying to. There's some bars in St. Louis that'll allow me. I'll do them. Absolutely do them. I know. I went to school with Anthony Russo, who's like on tour with G-Eazy and Trippie Redd. So like, I'm just tweeting him, DMing him like, hey man, get me on there. Like I will open. You don't even have to pay me.
Just let me do one.
Just let me do once. Let me record it, and like I'll leave you alone forever. Yes, you have to get back to me, but
It's gonna happen.
yeah, I'll annoy him.
You gotta will it into
Yeah,
to make it happen.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I just got excited. I legitimately got excited for when you mentioned like you were gonna start singing your song.
I mean, now we have more reason to go to Kansas City,
It's true.
even though we
There
don't
it
like
is.
it.
I'd say it's only 3.5 hours. It's not too bad.
With Ray and his speeding, maybe 3. We can
It makes it. I like speeding though.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.5
Yeah.
if we're lucky.
But Los Angeles,
Yes.
dude, you hit my my soft spot. That's where I want to move.
Yes.
Like-
California's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I think about just moving there all the time.
Oh, I thought about it ever since like winter started. I was like, what wonder what my cousin's doing in LA right now.
It's beautiful there. I'm so obsessed with that lifestyle. Like that's just, I think that's where I'm meant to be. So like, I know I'm gonna move there at some point. That's where I want to be. Missouri, just the weather it's crazy. I hate the weather here.
It's ridiculous. In the past week, it's been like it went from like rain, sunshine, snow, rain, and then today was like perfect weather.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
I wore a sweatshirt and pants, and I was like, well, I heard it was going to be like 38 degrees. So I was like, well, I'm going to dress appropriate. I go outside, I'm sweating. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous.
yeah. Like, fuck St. Louis.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it because it's my hometown, but like, I wouldn't mind moving to LA. Like,
Yeah, that's where I want to be.
Yeah.
That's just LA. I think about it all the time.
we got similar goals, but mine's for directing, yours for acting. So it's
Perfect. Let's move there together and let's take over the world.
let's do it. I mean, I'll pay half the rent if you pay half the rent.
Deal.
Boom.
Deal.
Did we just become roommates?
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like, yeah.
Y'all have
Yes,
fun
we
with
did.
Boom. We get bunk beds, right? We
Get bunk beds. Want to go do a karate in the basement?
fuck yeah. You wanted to go drumming in the other room? Bringing it back full circle with the comedy. Full circle.
There it is.
Step
That's what
Brothers.
I'm meant
No
to
one
be.
knew.
That's it.
Did you hear that they might be doing a sequel to that? Step Brothers 2?
I hope they do. I heard that. I didn't know if it was true though.
I heard it and I was like, if this happens.
They better.
Because I love that first one.
Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. I
I
still watch it.
yeah, exactly. That's one of my
hilarious.
easy watches. Like,
It's hilarious.
Riz like, I've seen something.
I might have seen it. I don't know.
You remember it? It's like, are you trying to bury me? Are you burying me alive? Shut up, you'll wake the neighbors.
Yeah, that's oh my god. I hope they do it. Have you never seen it?
I don't know.
I
I don't think I have. I don't think I have.
You've never seen Step Brothers?
I don't think I have. I'm gonna have to go home and watch it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I don't think I have.
That's crazy. Have you seen Popstar with Andy Samberg?
Oh,
That's
I've seen
another great. That's an underrated movie.
That
I think
was.
everyone gave that like a lot of shit. No one really liked it, but I thought that was hilarious.
I thought it was great. I love the ending. I love.
The songs were great too.
Yeah, like the reunion song when they started. I was like, dude, I got down with this shit. It was my favorite part was Seal when you thought he died the first time and he's like, I'm Seal, and then he gets killed, and then he doesn't die and he ends up with his girl. I was like, that's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up.
Have you seen that movie? What?
I haven't seen that one.
What-
I can
what-
honestly say I haven't.
What movies do you watch? What do you watch?
It's been a while since I've watched a movie. I think the last one that I've seen was surprisingly Dunkirk.
That was the last movie.
I think that's the last
Jeez.
movie that I've seen. It
Really?
was okay. Yeah, I think that's the last movie I've seen. I have The Fifth Element in my car because somebody wanted me to watch it. So like, here, watch this. I've never seen that.
It's a good movie.
You need to watch Step Brothers.
I will go home and watch like
Star.
I'll watch all three of them in a row.
If you can, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's a great show.
Yeah.
I've seen like a couple episodes, but I don't watch it religiously.
I mean, I don't.
Obviously.
But whenever I can, I'll pop.
I think that
Get on Netflix or Hulu and watch the fuck out of it.
I
that's great.
don't have a lot of free time, so
Hey, Everett didn't have enough free time. Guess what he did? He made time.
Well, I'm just shitty and I just quit wrestling basically. So
but you didn't quit.
that's
wrestling.
true.
You
That's
still,
true.
You still.
I mean,
you just consolidated your bookings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Put it
You
that way.
made it hard to get. Like that's what whatever whenever you describe it to people, it'd be like I'm all booked out. Like,
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah.
I just like focusing on NWO and PWCS. Just like that's just where my main focus is with
Yeah.
wrestling. Just,
Yeah. Ultimately, you have to keep yourself happy. And
Yeah.
If you're not happy traveling, then I can understand that.
Yeah. It gets hard and
Every weekend.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but I say we make our own movie, starring Everett Thomas.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
It's got to be a comedy.
I mean, Oscar has produced and co-produced a couple of pretty cool things. So,
Oh yeah.
Pretty
learning
legit.
to go. I can't remember what we called the Force Awakens thing.
Oh, that was just our
like-
friend got a camera stabilizer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, you want to help me? You want to just do something fun so I can figure out how to work this shit? I was like, yeah, why not? So we bought some lightsabers, and it was just like I was defending the prequels and he was defending the new Star Wars. I was like, no, the prequels were great too. Like, fuck you. Like,
So basically, we got into this whole argument and it turned into a lightsaber battle.
Is there anywhere I can see this?
YouTube?
Okay, I'm gonna. You got it.
I'll send you some links.
Please,
Yes.
please.
I'll send you some links.
That sounds awesome.
But-
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. And I could get you the hookup to some acting stuff. I know some.
Please, yes,
Yeah.
please.
But
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think should we all just move to LA and make this like the trio like
Man, you
Yeah.
gotta go now. Now you gotta go.
I guess I'll pay a fourth of the rent if you guys both pay halves.
a fourth?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be a third?
Whatever.
Shit, that sucks. That's right. There it is.
So,
Fourth, fuck it.
I went to
Fuck-
Pattonville, so
fuck math.
you
I
know,
don't know.
you get what you get. I
Yeah.
guess you went to
I
Pattonville
went to
too.
travel too, and I called your shit out. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck it. Math
Whatever.
is terrible.
I mean, we could find a fourth person. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of people down there.
I'll just pay less than you guys. You guys pay more.
Are we getting a apartment by the beach or?
Obviously, I'm gonna need that. Yes, that's a plus.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's
Whatever.
the rent's gonna
Y'all
be pretty
just
high.
y'all find it and I'll just go.
Okay.
I mean, look. If anything, we can all be Uber drivers while we make it.
There it is.
I mean,
yeah.
Like
All right.
LA needs a little more Uber drivers. Like there aren't enough.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on, hold on. You hate driving in St. Louis. What makes you think in your right mind you're gonna want to drive in LA?
Because I know
When we went to LA last time, how much of that did you drive? None. Okay.
But if we have to make a living, I'm willing to drive.
Thank you, man.
You know?
Appreciate that.
I'm willing to drive.
Thank you for sacrificing that.
Yeah. So I guess what we're taking away from this podcast
I give it
today
a day.
Is we're moving to LA.
we're moving to LA. We're gonna take over the world.
Take over the world.
Ray will be the producer. I'll be the director. Everett the actor. We'll
That sounds like a plan. I love this.
let's start our own production company. Fuck. Let's just skip right to the production company.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm gonna have to call my mom and let her know. But after that, I'll meet you guys there at the airport. We can fly there and bam.
So he's already got the comedy chops. He got
There it is.
He had the timing.
There it is.
Comedy's all about timing, and he just did it.
There you go.
If anything, producers, actors, directors, executives, you gotta start booking Everett Connors on your next project.
Please.
Walking Dead shoots in Atlanta.
I don't like Walking Dead. That's. Hold on.
It goes back
Hold
to
on.
the horror.
I'm sorry.
It's
Yes.
not, it's not
yes.
even horror. It's not even
I
scary.
know, but I don't like the zombies. They look too real to me.
Yeah. I'm with him on that.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
with him
you.
on that.
Thank you.
Besides the fact that I couldn't get past the first.
You're telling
episode.
me that if Walking Dead offered you a part.
Well, I would take it at 100%. I would. Yes, obviously.
So the
But-
quit
but-
lying. Don't shit.
but-
Don't shit on the Walking
but-
Dead.
He'd be next to the other zombies like, you real?
Like, yo, you're not gonna bite me for real.
They look too real. Like with everything, it's all so realistic, and it scares me. And
What
like
happened to your face?
for the longest time, I thought like a zombie apocalypse could happen. So like seeing that, I was like,
See,
Crazy.
we're bringing back to the weird part too. He thinks the zombie apocalypse is possible.
It is.
I think just a regular apocalypse.
Have you heard of the plague?
Have you heard of This Is the End? Or not? No,
it's
the
a great movie though.
yeah. Is it This Is the End?
This is
or
with James Franco on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the end.
fuck?
That was
That was another great movie.
Yes, have you seen that? All right,
Emma
You
Watson?
know what? You know what? You've never
I
seen?
don't know. Let me look it up.
Oh man, this is the end.
It doesn't
You know what? I
sound-
might have to watch that when I get home. I just watched the interview. Again. I love that.
I have seen that.
That's a good.
I have seen that.
That's great.
If that's the one, I've seen
Yeah.
that one.
Now, This Is the End was great too. That had James Franco, John C. Reilly.
No, it was
Yes, I have
James
seen
Franco, Jay Baruchel, Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, Dan McBride, and who was the other? fucker?
Danny McBride. That was it.
Something Robinson. I don't want to say.
Was he on Was he in Pineapple Express?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know who you're talking.
Craig
Robinson.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, that was a great movie too.
Yeah.
Jesus, like
That.
it's like I'm coming all over this place. like that's the favorite line is when they're going back and forth it's just
Yeah, I'm watching that when I get home.
Step Brothers. This is the end. Pop Star.
Pop Star, yeah. Pop Star and Step Brothers are a must. If you've seen This Is the End,
I'll have to go home and watch them.
Yeah.
you better too.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Oh, I will.
I mean, we're moving to LA, so
I
we need
promise.
trust in this.
Yeah, I promise I will go home.
$5 says the first person we meet in LA is Seth Rogen.
It's possible. That is
Possible.
very possible.
All you gotta do is offer him weed and like you're his best friend for life. I mean,
Perfect.
I don't
I feel like that
weed.
works.
No, yeah.
I feel like that.
But I feel like
There
I
are
should-
people, yeah, exactly. There are people in LA that we can just be like, yo, just hook us up so we can just give this Seth Rogen.
Just give him a fist bump. It works every time.
You've never met Seth Rogen?
No. Talking about a hookup for weed.
Oh.
Oh, in LA?
Motel 6.
Should we tell that story?
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
He's like,
You're gonna
I
have
want to
to.
know. So, it was the first time we went to SummerSlam or second time? It was first time because Brandon was with
Yeah,
us.
first time.
It's the first time. So
Because we had to take public
SummerSlam
transportation.
in LA, and so we stayed at this like crappy Motel 6 outside of Los Angeles just because it was cheap and
Yeah.
whatever.
Close by the airport, too.
But it was like, there was a 7-Eleven, like Panda Express and all that stuff next to it. So we left the hotel and we went to go eat or something. And then we were coming back and like, I'm a friendly person. You know,
Yeah.
if you go out for a fist bump, but fuck it. It's not going to make any difference to me. So I fist bump this guy. And he pulls out this Hostess donut bag of stuff. And I'm like, oh no, like no thanks. He's like, you don't want it? Like, no, I'm
I
good.
just wanted a fist bump.
I'm good. I thought you were just saying, like, I thought we were just being cordial.
It's like,
I'm
I
just
thought
gonna
this
keep
was an LA thing. fist bump.
He goes, you didn't see nothing. Nope, didn't see nothing.
See,
all
man.
I heard was you didn't see nothing. I was like,
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I was like, as an Oscar, if I go for
Yeah.
this one, just
no. We were walking up to the hotel. I was like, did that just happen?
yeah. I was like,
Well, now
we
I
got
know.
that. I'm like, well, that's an interesting LA story.
So I mean, that's easy. So yeah, it's easy to get weed and shit now. It's legal then. It wasn't legal then. Now it is.
Oh, okay, yeah, now it is illegal, man.
Yeah.
So can't be that hard.
I mean, I'm sure Seth Rogen will have plenty of it, but
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
Yeah, he probably has like one like right behind his ear, like
oh yeah,
getting ready.
bam,
Yeah.
probably.
Who knows?
So, podcast. We know that Everett doesn't do horror movies.
No horror movies.
Only comedy.
Only comedy. I think I would be great in like a romantic, just because like
Yeah.
swoon ladies, you know.
I can see you as the lead in a teen drama.
That perfect,
Yeah.
like a Teen Wolf.
You
I
know.
don't think that's a
Isn't that
movie,
kind
but
of a
that was a
horror
TV show.
Doesn't matter.
I didn't see it.
No,
I thought it was a
seen
drama.
either.
Isn't Twilight? Is that a drama?
It's a piece of shit. That's what they call it.
It's rated P.
if stick with me, kid. You don't want your career to tank.
No, yeah, I don't. Okay,
Like,
I never liked it.
When was the last time you heard any of those actors' names ever again in a positive light?
Yeah, never.
It's been a while.
I never saw the movies, but I did like who was the wolf?
Taylor Lautner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked him in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, he was good.
When
He
I was
he
young,
okay.
when I was young, I was like, that was my shit.
I was
I was all about Shark Boy.
You all about Shark Boy?
I was all. I wish I could have played Shark Boy.
It was okay. I mean, I didn't find it. I thought
You didn't really?
Yeah.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I was more of a Spy Kids.
That's what I'm
Okay, all right.
That's what
Oh
I
yeah,
was-
that's a great movie too.
That came around
those are
around the
great.
time that the third Spy Kids came out.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
Who?
They look shitty now, but
I didn't like the
it's
third
fun to
one.
reminisce.
I didn't like the third one. I liked the first two.
You like the third one?
No, the third one was just I don't know. Yeah, I just
Everyone's
didn't like it.
I guess everyone's a critic now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First two were good.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one.
I like the first one. Second one was.
Where was this? What was the second one? Was that
That was the island.
Okay, the second one I liked too.
Yeah. It was something. It had something to do with giant animals or some shit like that.
Yeah, the second one I
Spider
liked
Man.
too.
Yeah.
And then the third one was that when they were on
It's like the 3D one. So
They went to like a video game.
I think I've seen that one.
With Sylvester Stallone as the bad
Oh,
guy?
okay, yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that one. Okay, yeah.
That's what's that?
Yeah. That's just
Sly is the
something-
bad guy,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen that one. That's a good one. I enjoyed the third one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed all three of them.
I enjoyed all three.
Spy Kids rock. Fuck yeah.
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 For their time, you know. I mean, that was.
Well, yeah, now it's just
The
fucking-
girl in there grew up. She grew up. like
She grew up.
I was like,
She
damn.
grew up.
Yeah, she grew up. Like I was like, oh yeah, it's my future wife, but then not anymore.
Who? What's her name? She was in Shark Boy and Lava Girl, right?
Was she?
Was she Lava Girl?
I don't think so.
I thought that was Lava Girl. What's her name?
Now he's like, gotta check IMDb. Who was Lava Girl? Now that I'm thinking about it.
Shark Boy.
Everett Connors looking up. Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yo, that only got 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh.
Yo, fuck them. They don't know shit. Taylor Dooley.
That's the girl?
That's I don't think she's on Spy Kids.
No, Spy Kids was, I think her last name was like Vega or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe she's related to Davey? Yeah. Maybe he can hook us up?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Alexa Vega.
Alexa Vega. Was she?
Sounds like a sexy name, right?
It does.
Like, look her up now, and then boom.
Oh, she's.
You'll definitely be like, she grew up.
Damn.
Right?
She grew up.
Yeah.
She grew up.
Damn.
Yeah, wow.
Just so we get the full scope, Ray and Everett are looking up Alexa Vega, and
She did grow up.
yeah, right? I don't lie. I know my shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan for
If
life
you can
now.
get her in your next music video, bro.
Oh, I know who I'm gonna tweet at next.
Yep. At Alexa Vega.
Is she married?
I think so.
Fuck.
It's okay, man. Everyone gets divorced nowadays, so it's like you just have to wait.
Sure.
Married and has kids.
Fuck.
What, kids? For
Yeah.
real?
I mean, she has a kid in her profile photo, so I imagine.
I mean, hey, I thought I'd never get a chance with Kate Beckinsale, but then she got divorced, and I was like, you know what?
It's back on, yeah.
It's back on.
Possible.
It's like, yeah. You're saying there's a chance?
You're saying there's a chance.
There is.
We moved to LA, there's even a closer chance. The percentage
right.
gets higher.
That's right.
Like right now, it's 25. Get to LA, it's 50. Get famous, 75.
Perfect.
Rich, 100. Like
It's gonna happen. It's bound to happen.
it's a step. It's a step-by-step process.
Well,
You know.
I'll look up plane tickets tonight. You guys look up apartments.
Apartments.com.
Apartments.com, Los Angeles. ApartmentslOsAngeles.com. And then we'll move there next week or something.
I think we had
I
full.
feel like I should probably quit my job.
Can we just transfer to the Holiday Inn?
You have to apply and then get a call back and an interview.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not because we're franchise. So it's not like a. Yeah.
So Uber.
Okay.
We're sticking with
Uber.
Uber.
Yeah,
Uber,
so
like,
Uber for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually applied to be an Uber driver, a while back. So fuck Uber. I'll try Lyft, but fuck
Yeah.
Uber.
I'm not gonna say anything bad about Uber because I want the job. So in case we move there, I can't say anything bad about
You
it.
can't risk it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they probably do listen to this podcast, so
Yeah. And you never know. Uber has some.
Uber CEO, he's listening right now.
probably.
Hello, Mr. Uber.
Mr. Uber.
I would laugh if his last name was Uber.
And I mean,
Like
the name isn't.
Lyft makes sense, but Uber, what do you get Uber? That has to be someone's name.
Yeah.
Let's do some research.
It has to be. It's probably James Uber. That's my guess his name is.
Sounds legit.
Sounds legit.
Sounds legit, right? Is there a James Uber?
Trying to find that out.
Maybe Henry Uber? I don't know.
Henry Uber.
Henry Uber?
Henry Uber.
We're getting tweets, guys.
The CEO is the founders were Garrett Camp and Travis not Uber. Calla something. Kalanick.
Where the fuck did Uber come from?
Yeah.
The CEO is Dara.
So not Uber.
Not Uber.
No James or Henry Uber.
Guess it makes sense.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Let's make a movie about James Uber.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, if what's his name? If Steve Jobs can have 2 or 3 movies about him, we should make one about the Uber guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creators of Uber.
Yeah.
Fighting the taxi commission.
Like so.
I feel like they were disgruntled taxi drivers and they got fired. You know what? I'm gonna get in my car, Put a sign on the side that says, "We'll pay,
We'll drive you for money.
we'll drive you for money," and that's how it started.
Yeah, like, how do you think of that? Like Uber shit. Like,
I don't know.
what are they just sitting around smoking? Like, oh, well, we just.
What if we picked up? Like,
Yo.
what if we were the taxi drivers?
Yo, that needs to happen now.
Dude, taxi drivers hate Uber drivers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's
It's
mad.
hilarious.
There's mad. Like, is that true?
Yeah.
Is that like
no,
mad
it's,
beef?
No, it's
Yeah.
very.
There's mad beef.
That is mad
Yeah.
beef.
Really?
Yeah.
Mad beef there. Why?
Yeah.
Like,
Because it's like they see it as them stealing their money.
who the fuck takes a taxi anyways? I'm never taking a taxi.
I
I've never
would
even
much rather
seen a
take an
taxi.
Uber.
Yeah.
I've only had one bad experience with Uber, like riding with Uber,
Oh really?
Yeah.
I've
Only one.
never used it.
and that's because this lady, like, it was in Vegas, and this lady like didn't clean her car, and there was dog hair everywhere, and I'm like, dude, that's gross.
Was a dog in there? That would have
No.
been way better.
No.
You could have taken the dog as collateral.
Yo.
Yeah.
If I were an Uber driver, I would have a dog with me. That way, you know, people.
What if you have somebody that's scared of a dog?
Well, then they're not riding in it. They're gonna have to find another Uber.
Then I'm gonna cancel the ride. Okay.
You either like dogs or you don't.
Yeah.
True. True.
Well, this conversation took a quick turn.
Sorry.
Oh
Alright.
man, hey, those are the best. Those are the best ones. Whenever like we just go off on random shit, and people are like, "I didn't know this shit about it."
Yeah.
Now we know. So I guess whenever you see us in LA, hey, if you got a spare dollar, we'll take it.
Yeah.
We're not too proud.
I mean, I have a Chihuahua. Again, I'll have to ask my mom if I can bring it. But if the Chihuahua comes, she's scared of riding in the cars.
I mean, we can always just, we can form like a 3-man band type thing. Like, you can guitar, you can do the guitar,
vocals.
you can sing, and I can drum or
Drums.
something.
Perfect.
Holy shit!
Man.
Are we the next REO Speedlight? Like, is this how-
REO Speedwagon?
version 2?
Sure.
Yeah, it's gonna happen now. We're moving there.
I feel
I
like
mean,
it's
we
gonna
got quite a few ideas of what we can do.
Yeah. There's the Seth Rogen route.
Yep.
There's the Uber route.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's
The fucking singing and
the band route.
The band route. We'll make it.
I don't see why not.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we can just get like a big vehicle, and then we can have the band in the vehicle, so it's like, Uber and the band, so then
An
you're combining
in-car
the two.
band?
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
I have a brother who works at U-Haul. I can rent the
There you go.
U-Haul
There you
truck
go.
right there.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what we missed? Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory. Remember when random people
Man.
showed up?
That was a great show too.
Remember when random people showed up and they got their shit tricked out just for being like super ballsy, like that one band got super ballsy.
Oh yeah.
And so he felt like he's like, I'm gonna trick your ride out for your traveling car or van band or whatever. Fuck.
I wish Pimp My Ride was still a thing.
You know what? I heard that they would do all that, but then they would take that shit out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to keep that shit?
I heard like they would do it, but the car wasn't like fixed. Like they would make it look nice, but like your engine was still shit. Like,
Oh.
So
Wow.
if you're,
Or you'd have to pay a little something to keep it like.
No shit.
I always thought there was a catch with that show though, because like, why would you take my car for free?
Why would you put
and then give it back to me?
Why would you put a PlayStation in the trunk?
Why would you put fish bowls in here?
Yeah.
I mean, that shit was legit.
I mean, there's
Some of the
Some
stuff
of
that
the
they did,
stuff
I was
it was
like
weird,
the-
but it was like cool.
Like the truck with the hot tub, like.
Now that I think about it, I was like, makes no sense.
No.
Let me just ride down the highway. I'm gonna be in the hot tub. I'll have my driver driving. Like, what?
Some of them and the colors that they were obnoxious. Like
Yeah.
they were loud and fucking lime fucking green.
Yeah.
Colors that I didn't even know
Well,
existed.
it was the 2000s, you know.
That's true.
It was- it
Plus,
was
they
different
had
time.
Exhibit as a host.
Yeah. It was a.
That's who you need to collaborate with.
Exhibit.
Exhibit.
You're right, man. He's probably dying for
Right
money.
there.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I didn't even think about him.
Just add it to the notes.
Man,
Exhibit.
Exhibit.
You know who else isn't doing it? Lil Romeo.
Well, I was thinking about Lil Bow Wow
Lil
too.
Bow Wow. I said Lil Romeo just because he did a thing on MTV, the challenge
Mm-hmm.
on MTV. And I was like, if you're a celebrity and you're doing the challenge, and like, either your career's in the tank or you better be doing it for charity. Other than that, like, so I mean,
Yeah. Him.
well, I can't say that because CM Punk was on there, and he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I thought that was for charity stuff though.
Yeah,
was.
his
Okay.
was for
Okay.
charity.
It was.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like the challenge. I think that's a sweet show.
Oh, dude, fucking! I don't know if you watched. Are you watching the latest season? But
I have not. I haven't. Is it good?
it's good.
Which one is this?
Dennis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the challenge with Dennis.
Okay.
Where it's like, I don't know anything.
You haven't
I
seen
was
that,
like,
man.
I haven't seen this season.
Oh, okay, okay.
I haven't seen this season.
Yeah, I haven't seen this season.
I watched.
Do you
the
know who
season-
Johnny Bananas is?
I mean, I've heard the name. I watched the season with Punk until he got eliminated, and I was like, "Fuck this." Boring.
It's very entertaining.
But, yeah.
Holy
I
shit!
don't watch a lot of TV. I don't.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time
If
in
anything,
this building.
if anything, I just realized I have more in common with him than I have with you.
I'm sorry, man.
Well, let me just.
No, man.
I mean,
We're gonna change this.
We're gonna need you for
OTE.
California.
it's like, we're gonna need you for California.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not letting this dream die.
No,
No.
I'm looking up plane tickets.
We're gonna make it
They're
happen.
expensive.
Yeah, they
I
probably.
gotta be having
And we
parents.
should
on
probably
25.
drive because then we wouldn't have cars.
How old are you?
I'm 23, 24.
24?
Yeah,
Did you just have a birthday or? Is
I
it-
did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I did.
All right, I turned 24 in April, so we got time, guys.
Yeah,
We got about a year to think this shit out. I have family out there, so they'll help us out.
perfect.
You know?
This is working out really well. I'm
Like-
really excited now.
Like, I think we're doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Plus, hey,
Whatever.
we can do this over in LA as well. Hey, we're running out of shit to do here in St. Louis anyways. Like,
there's so much stuff to do in LA.
we gotta expand our horizons.
Closer to Lucha Underground.
Closer. TV stuff, we could, you
TV
know.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. It's settled. We're going to LA.
Holy shit. We came in here just want to do a podcast. Now we're
Moving to LA. No
Moving to
backing
LA.
out.
there's no backing out. I mean, the closest thing we could do is the blood pack, but I don't got a needle, so I'm good.
I mean, I'm down for it. Let's do it.
I'm down for it, but
Yeah.
I don't have needles, so.
We'll just we'll do the pinkies. Pinky swear. Right.
How do you do it through with the pink?
Boom.
We just did
There you
it.
go.
We're going to Cali.
We're doing it. It's happening. You going to New Orleans this year?
I don't think so. I'm the worst. I'm focused on Cali. Especially after this conversation. Now my mind's just racing.
Yeah. Fun. We just
Trying
gave you
to-
too many ideas.
Trying to decide how I'm
I
going to tell my
mean-
mother.
New Orleans would be cool.
You guys going
Yep.
Yeah.
for WrestleMania, or you guys gonna be there, or just?
So we got Mania tickets,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like, I don't know. It's not what I'm excited for. If we could get into Supercard of Honor, like I would.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I'd much more enjoy that
Okay.
personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I've just WWE to me is not like I can't sit there and watch the whole time.
Yeah.
I'll have it on, but I'll probably be doing something else.
Yeah.
Like I
I
can't
understand
tell you the
that.
last time that I've watched a full show.
Yeah, that's they're long.
You know.
It's long and
And I mean I'm the type of person that I'd much rather like be there and like the matches that they have this year, like they're good. Nothing to disrespect that, but
Yeah.
like Omega and Cody, like I think that's gonna be.
yeah.
I think that to watch that is gonna be much better than
It's more exciting.
yeah.
I
So,
get
and I don't know. I just want to go down there and experience it for the first time. Like we've never been to a Mania. We've never been in Mania City. Like
that.
whenever it's happening.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Shit.
yeah.
You guys, what about the spring break? Joey Janela's? You guys gonna go to that?
Possibly.
I think that would
Possibly.
be really fun.
Yeah, we're just trying to
Hey,
plan
we
it.
got room in our car if you decide to come.
appreciate that. I
Room in
appreciate
the car,
that.
floor space on the hotel.
Hey man.
Get you some
We don't-
blankets.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be prepared for that for Cali. That can prepare me, because we can't. If we're moving to Cali, we're not gonna have a 4 bedroom place or whatever, 3 bedroom place.
Yeah.
So
Probably
we
be
have to
like
sleep
1
somewhere.
bedroom.
Exactly.
Like Billy pays like $1,600 for a 1 bedroom apartment.
Sorry, and he lives in LA.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this
There's
is a
only
little,
3 people in that place. I don't think we can.
this is a little heartbreaking. That's a little more than what I was expecting.
But I mean, he lives in a nice area, so we can get like a little bit less of a nice area.
Cool. Okay.
Not like
Not janky.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I will not do well.
Yeah.
Let's go
Yeah.
somewhere where like
Yeah.
I will do well.
I mean, I feel like I would do well just because I look like I probably belong there. I'd be like, hey man, what's up? Like, you guys, I don't know, well maybe Ray, he kind of looks intimidating, but you for sure.
I am not intimidating at all.
No. You would definitely be the first one to go.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I am not prepared for that
Like
or ready.
you're an episode of Dateline waiting to happen.
That was harsh. Like, I feel like
That was fucked up.
was
That
funny,
was
but
fucked up. That was fucked up.
First you called me.
Because you know what? Because it's fucking possible. It's true. I would be on Dateline.
That's why I said it. Like,
That's fucking
like,
terrible.
This is how the story goes. They moved to LA. One.
Well, now,
One tragic night.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I still want to move there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's somewhere nice now.
Yeah.
Well, we would just have to make sure we would, always be together so that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I cannot go anywhere by myself.
Our intimidatingness would counteract his.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Please.
his
Yeah.
unintimidating.
Yeah, because if I could try to get robbed, they're
Yeah.
taking everything about me.
Yeah.
I will everything. I'm giving them everything.
So
Not putting up a
so
fight.
the goal is to not end up on it.
Like, I mean,
Exactly.
if we were to get robbed,
Only unless we're witnesses to something. That way we can like kind of push your acting. Be like, catch his hands.
That's right.
You know,
he's about to catch his hands and then he ran away.
That's right.
Like you can be like, I was getting ready for my concert when when I saw this dude just bolt, and that's when I found the body.
Good God. Jeez.
Hey,
I mean, hey, that seems like a Dateline
we
story.
should do like mini like comedy sketches.
we should.
Like there's so much. I mean, I feel like we all have so much creativity. We could come up with some shit.
I got the
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah. Should I?
Okay, let's do
I'm
it.
down
Got
for
the
that.
equipment, yeah.
Yeah.
Got the contacts. Let's do it.
There you go.
That's it. We're moving to LA. We're doing this shit. Man, we're just killing
We
the
just
game.
planned
man.
our future right here.
There it is.
And it makes sense too because we're in a boardroom right now.
We are.
So
I mean, this was meant to be.
I think it was. I mean, I remember talking to him a couple years ago. Like, hey, we gotta move to LA. We were like ready to do it,
We were
and then
gonna do it.
we
I'm
were
glad you
gonna
guys.
do it,
I'm glad you guys waited.
and then
I can't
we
wait.
didn't.
we didn't
Yeah,
do it.
Sweet. Fuck
Why
yeah.
didn't we?
Things started to pick up here,
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
now things are kind of slowing down. Like we're in Oklahoma more than we are in St. Louis, unfortunately. Well, that's not unfortunate.
unfortunately.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe unfortunate for St. Louis, but like,
Wichita,
It is unfortunate for
Oklahoma. Haven't been to Texas yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
I got family in Texas too, so
Sure. I mean, we got
I mean, I'm sure you
a
have family.
plethora of places we can go.
yeah. I got a cousin. She's not married, so
This is the one that lived in California when we were there.
yeah. She's got a boyfriend, but she's not married. Hey,
Well, I mean, that can change, right?
yeah, they can check.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly. Like
Hopefully
the,
she doesn't
Alexa
listen to the
Vegas
podcast.
stuff.
Hopefully she doesn't listen to the podcast because I'll probably get a text be like, "Are you trying to pour me out?" Not my intention.
Nah, we just want to move.
You just,
We're just trying to find new outlets.
So we stayed with his uncle and his cousin and his aunt. Like, I think it was the second time we went to SummerSlam, whatever. For a couple of days, it was me, him, and our friend Tim. And like the only two people that could understand each other were me and Tim.
Really?
Yeah, because like they would all speak Spanish. And I'm
well,
just-
they spoke English too.
yeah, but the majority was Spanish.
Spanish.
They were probably talking about us.
Yeah, but all I remember was them saying like, "Hey, your cousin's hot." I was like,
She was.
"Yes,
She was. Probably still is, but she was.
How old is she?
26 now.
Okay.
27.
Close enough that it's not like,
That's not
Yeah, she's not that much older than I am.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I don't want to seem like I'm coming on to your cousin in front of you, but.
Hey, like, I don't really care. It's my cousin. If it were my sister, maybe, but like,
Oh yeah, all right.
my cousin,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, I can see that. If you come on my
Sister
cousin.
would be weird.
Yeah, you can come on to my cousin.
And also another episode of Dateline that you probably don't want to be on.
Yeah.
But
Jeez.
That was a little too dark.
That one.
That one got too dark. We went from a funny Dateline joke to a hold up. You're talking about my sister on Dateline. It's one thing. Like, hold up. Like, she's going to college right now. You know how many Dateline shows start with a girl who's in college?
Good God.
So many.
pretty much all of them.
Pretty much all of them.
No more Dateline talk.
All right.
No more Dateline talk.
All right.
Like,
Let's just cut the Dateline talk
Yeah.
off.
All right.
Let's talk about like not Dateline.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I don't know. I was pretty set on Dateline. I guess I'll have
I
to.
mean,
get
I guess
out.
we can do our own version of Dateline, but like,
Like-
I don't want to do like the Dateline where like they're talking about murders and shit. Because I'm gonna be on Dateline.
I mean, no. We could go back to the comedy sketches, funny
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
We can parody some Dateline stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh yeah, fuck yeah.
We could do an episode where Everett Connors was, you know, the pop star Everett Connors is on an episode of Dateline. You witness someone get mugged outside of the NWO arena or something like that.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, we
fuck
can
yeah.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Let's do
All right. Well, let's keep talking about Dateline then. let's,
Dateline has been rejuvenated.
All right. Well, oh man, I feel like at this point I feel we could just joke about everything now, and we'd have like a 2-hour podcast. But we gotta cut it off somewhere.
What do we have right now?
We just passed an hour. We're in an hour and 24 minutes.
Really?
I think so. Yep, because it's 8:47, bro.
Damn.
I did not know it was 8:47. I thought it was like 8 o'clock. So
I got too excited about California.
Yeah.
You got me excited about
You guys got me
California.
talking. You guys got me talking.
I feel like that's the next step, bro. We've been talking about it. Let's do it.
It's meant to be. It's meant to be.
I
That's
think
what it
we're
is.
just waiting for that right third person because
Right here.
We found him.
thumbs.
Again, well, like, let me talk to my mom first.
Yeah.
And I think
Obviously.
I think she'll be okay with it.
I think we all need to talk to our moms.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I think
I
she'll
mean-
be okay with it.
Especially you.
Yeah, I probably should. She probably. Yeah, she probably wouldn't like that. If I just like left one day, I'll be back in a couple
Hey,
of
yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, just
You have
let
to
her
move.
know. Yeah, you just let her know. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey mom, I'm a grown ass man, and just walk out.
Yeah, because that would end well.
But you can come back for family barbecues,
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Christmas, April Fools.
Maybe not Christmas because it's like snowing.
That's true.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't want to be
That's
here.
why you don't. Yeah.
No, never
Maybe
mind.
not Thanksgiving either because it's like
because
close
cold,
enough
yeah,
to snow.
Yeah. Maybe just like
But like
Maybe they can come visit us in
4th of
California.
July or something.
4th of July is a good
Yeah.
one. That's a good
I
one.
can do 4th of July or
When's your birthday?
March. So it's still.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
actually tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Happy birthday to your mother.
Yeah. So she's gonna be old.
Yeah. Can't say our age.
I can't remember how old she's gonna be. I'm trying to like think of that real quick. I don't know.
You're gonna tell something.
50 something.
Oh yeah, that
I
makes
think.
sense. My dad's like 50 something. My mom's
Yeah,
50
my
something.
mom's 50. She just had her birthday March 11th.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, makes sense.
So yeah.
I just have to let my dog know that I can't take him with me.
We gotta take the dogs.
I want to, but we gotta find a place that allow dogs. That's a whole other issue.
Moving there is so difficult now. That's true.
There's
And we
pet,
can't take them on the plane
there's pet fees.
because then they might, put them in the overhead bin. We just won't fly United. Fly Southwest.
That was too soon, man.
Too soon,
Too soon,
bro,
man.
too soon.
Too
Too
soon,
soon.
man.
Over it. Somebody posted the picture of the dog.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that on
man.
Facebook today. I'm like, that's too much.
I saw someone like tweet about it, and I had to unfollow him because
Yeah.
that makes me sad.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That
I
goes me
don't
out.
understand. Like, United.
I looked at my
just
dog
don't
and I was
do
like,
it.
son, I'll never do that.
Yeah, that's awful.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that makes me sad. No, I'm sorry.
Well, on that note,
Well, let's lift the spirits
Yeah,
again.
we're
then-
moving to
then-
Cali.
We're moving to
We're
Cali.
gonna bring dogs. We're gonna rescue all the dogs.
Yeah.
And
that's your movie.
that's right.
Dog rescuer.
Dog rescue or some shit like that. I don't know.
I'm down for that. I
Yeah,
fucking
we
love
gotta warm you up to America first. So we gotta
True.
get them like that. Like, oh, he saves dogs.
That's
I mean, I
true.
feel like all they
Exactly.
have to do-
Subliminal messaging.
If we wanna warm them up to America, just go to YouTube, Everett Connors, I Am Him live concert.
It's on the NWL page, so you can
Yeah,
find it there.
NWL, yeah. Just type it in.
Yes.
Only look for Everett Connors.
Yeah.
I would. You can look at the other stuff, but go to my concert so you get warmed up to me too.
Yeah.
Because this is what it's about. Because we're
Yes.
moving to LA, and we all three need to be
Yes.
successful. And if I'm successful, then you two are successful. If you two are successful, then I'm successful.
Yes.
That's what
Yeah.
it needs to be like.
Yes, and we want to avoid Dateline.
Yes.
And stay tuned
Yes.
for the tour dates.
The tour dates.
The tour
Yes.
dates.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Stay
there's
for the
a-
tour
At some
dates.
bars in Kansas
And,
City.
They're
yeah.
coming up.
Yes, they are. They are.
Any supporting acts?
No, just
No,
me.
just you?
Just me.
Boom.
Yeah, it's a solo one.
I feel like when you're too big, you can't have support.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It just takes the shine away from you.
Yeah.
Right. It's about me.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm humble
Is that
about
the
it.
next single about me?
I'm not going to give anything away, but something's coming.
Something's coming. Damn. Versus
Just
I
stay
Am
tuned.
Him
Mm-hmm.
about me. Like, I feel like you're onto something.
Feel like you're on to something.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I might be onto something.
Oh.
We just created the future right here.
We did.
Boom.
Can't wait to move to Cali now. Now I'm really excited.
Right. Fuck wrestling. Let's just do it.
Man, I quit right now. Well, let me do the show tomorrow against Outlaw, and then I quit.
And then we'll quit.
And then I quit.
Yeah. Hey, I might be
That's
interviewing.
that's in St. Louis.
Yeah,
Valentine's,
that's Hope
yeah.
Fallon tomorrow.
That's close.
Yeah.
Well, you're watching Beat Up Outlaw.
Yeah.
No offense to Outlaw, because we like him too.
Hey, I like
Yeah,
Outlaw.
Outlaw's great.
Outlaw's
Right.
great. you
Yeah,
know?
Outlaw's
Other than the time when he big timed us, but like, other than that.
He big timed you? What happened?
No, he
Not
claimed
big
that
time
we
us.
big timed him because we never had him on the show, even though we tried to get him on the show once before, but like we had like it was like the one weekend where we had like Rey Mysterio, Taya, Johnny Mundo, Melissa, and Vampiro and all.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you put it like that, I mean,
We never
when you put it like that,
Okay.
you know.
We never big
had
timed
Rey
him.
Mysterio that weekend with Mike Outlaw, who?
And then he comes up and he's like, when am I going to be on the show? And then he started claiming that we were big time him because we had Mysterio on the show. I was like, we're not big time him, bro.
I fucking love Outlaw. He needs to be on. I know you guys probably want him on.
We've had him on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
He,
yeah, you have.
He sat right
Fuck
there in
yeah.
that chair
Oh, sweet.
and
Outlaw
talked
sitting in your chair.
about all kinds of things.
I like to listen to
How
that.
he eats his cheeseburgers
How does he eat his cheeseburger?
without a bun, or was that CJ? I don't know. It was something weird, and I was like, "How the fuck do you do that?" Yeah.
I don't know how people eat without the
Yeah.
buns.
Oh, it's not cheeseburger, bro. That's
We talked about how his real name is Mike Outlaw.
I was shocked.
So was I. So was I.
I
So was
the
I.
one.
So was I.
I didn't believe him.
No.
And I was like, I told him, pull out your wallet, let me see your ID.
When
he
he-
pulls it out, it says Mike Outlaw, the third. I was like, hold up, there's two more. I was like, damn. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, all right, okay.
I did not know he was a third.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were two others.
Yeah.
Apparently there's two others.
Oh,
So-
man.
But yeah, that was a good show. This was a good show. Yeah. Now I guess we're moving to California.
Yeah, we're
We
moving
have
to
to.
Cali, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did the
Breaking
pinkies.
news. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the pinkies.
So you can't go back on that. We're
Yeah,
moving to
no.
Cali.
All right, well, Everett, do you want to plug your social media, everything? Where can the people find you?
Twitter, at Everett Connors. Facebook, Everett Connors. And Instagram, because I'm going to try and be a model, Connors Everett.
Connor's everywhere.
Yeah, maybe I'll try an Instagram bottom.
Hey,
Maybe get started that way.
yeah. Like, you know how many people get signed just off Instagram shit?
Exactly.
So many people. You just gotta post enough,
Mhm.
and you gotta,
Yeah, I mean, be a little sleazy, but
gotta send some love to, the girls who don't get enough love.
there it
You
is.
gotta post the pics for them.
Exactly. Man, now we got a game plan. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Now we have the Instagram.
I'm stoked. We got so much stuff planned.
Jesus, I feel like we just gave our whole plan away. Now anyone could probably take. No,
And people are stealing it now.
I mean, no, there's more we could add to it that we'll wait till we're
yeah,
off the microphone.
makes
to-
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that they don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, Everett, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Shit, no, thank you for having me.
It was a fun almost 2 hours. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Got to talking about Cali.
Ooh.
Talking about our future.
Yep. I got excited. That was like the most exciting hour of my life. Was just talking. All right.
Coming to Cali.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show, and
Thank you for having me.
you can follow us at OTR_network on Twitter and at OTR Network on Facebook and Instagram. So
Yeah.
yeah, enjoy your day, and
Yeah.
and when you catch Everett on tour,
On tour.
make sure you listen. Make sure you tell him you listen to the show and that you're willing to pay for his every dollar counts towards that plane ticket.
Yes, I need to go to Cali, so please help me out.
Yes.
Please.
All right.
Thank you.